Hey everyone, welcome back to the Mom's View. I'm Colette, this is Kaylee,
Hi.
and here we are today.
We're missing Carly.
Yes.
She's enjoying her little baby who's so cute.
So cute, and we had the opportunity to be there with her when she had little Lenny.
Yeah, it was fast.
It was so fast.
and awesome.
It was really awesome.
Yeah. I feel really lucky because I got to be there when Colette had Daxton. And
I loved that. I was so glad.
yeah, I was so glad. It was so amazing. And I have C-section, so to be able to experience that was like such an amazing thing to me, and I'm forever grateful. So then to be there for Carly was just so exciting, and it's just like this feeling in the room. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know.
It's like all of a sudden there's
such a beautiful
another
experience. Yeah.
person there, and yeah. And I think Carly's so funny. I felt like she was really apologetic
Yeah.
the whole time. Like, don't apologize. We're so glad that we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
was
so cute.
It was fast. I got there and I was just kind of taking my time because of my kids. I had my cousin watching them, and I didn't want to leave her because she has a baby and she's pregnant. So I was just kind of like taking my time. And I almost took even longer. And when I got there, she had the baby like 20 minutes later.
Right. Really
So,
close.
I mean, thank goodness Colette was there. 'Cause
Well, I was
like,
a
cutting
little
it.
bit crazy. I was like that person that's like, she's at a 3, I'm going.
okay,
You
it's
know?
time.
And you have to be a little bit further along before it's... I knew I would have a couple hours, but I didn't want to miss anything. So
Yeah.
I was like, I showed up and it was just her and Jackson, and I was like, maybe I'm intruding on this moment. I should leave.
Aw.
But I really liked being there.
Yeah, and you got good shots of that too, which is so like special. So yeah, it was so awesome. And I don't mean to take away from a C-section, because I was like, I have
Yeah.
C-sections and this was so beautiful. Having a C-section is a beautiful experience too. It's just so different.
Right.
And so,
Right.
yeah,
I think there's beautiful things about both, and you should always, look at the things about, if you're a mom, look at the things about your own labor and delivery, and never take away from it, because it's special no matter what happens.
I remember before I had Braylee and before I ever had a C-section, I talked to a lady who had a C-section, and she felt like she didn't earn the baby because she wasn't able to go through labor and like deliver her baby. And I remember thinking, that's sad. Yes, you did. Like, what you went through was so much. And then when I had Braylee and had a C-section, I was like, listen, you did too earn that baby.
Yes.
Because it is hard, but it's also really beautiful. And something that I definitely recommend, even if you have C-sections, is to talk to the nurses about doing skin on skin. Because you can still do that while they're like, doing whatever they do after the surgery. They can still bring the baby over to you, and you can still have that. And that is something that I did with Winston and Layla.
That's awesome.
Yeah, just throwing that out there.
I didn't even do that until Daxton, because it was just not something they did.
Yeah.
They would wrap the baby up and then
And then
hand
hand
you.
you.
But with Daxton, they immediately, it was skin on skin, and it was so special. Like, I loved that.
I know, it's
just a
just-
tiny thing,
Yep.
tiny detail that was like, wow, that really meant a lot.
Yeah, it's like that. Just when your skin touches, it's just like, oh, like that.
It's like on Avatar. It's like you're sealing the bond.
Oh, with the
Yeah.
tails?
Yeah. That's what it made me think of. I was like,
That skin was like,
you're my baby now. We're kind of weird. I'm kind of weird, but
so funny.
it's cool.
I want to go to Avatar Land.
Oh my
Speaking
gosh,
of,
that sounds awesome.
we should go.
When is the next movie coming out?
I don't know, 19 years?
I know, 800 years later.
Anyways, do you have any other updates?
Well, I think that we should wait for Carly to talk about all of our thoughts on the labor and delivery, because I do have a lot, and I'm so happy for her, and we can't wait for her to come back. My other updates is just Gavin is doing driver's training, like he's in it, and he's almost done.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, wait, I don't know if I'm ready for this. I don't know if I can sit in the passenger side while he's driving.
Yeah.
Like, that gives me a little anxiety. Not that I don't think he's a bad driver.
Right.
It's a lot of responsibility handing
15
over.
is young.
It is young.
15 is so young. I didn't get my driver's license until I was 16, but you were 15, right?
Yeah, 15. Is it in Utah? 16?
It's 16.
That's what I thought.
15.
I might just wait another year.
Like, guess what the rule at this house is?
Sorry.
Braylee was saying, I start driver's training in March, and I was like, says who?
Says,
Like, I'm not ready for that.
yeah. Because that would be 6 months before 14. Or no.
She'll turn 15.
6 months before 15, right.
In September.
Yeah.
How are our kids that old?
They're not. I'm in denial. Nope.
My goodness, I remember the first Christmas that we were married, and it was the first Christmas you were married too, but you had Gavin. He was just a little baby. That was so awesome.
That was exciting.
And then I was like, I want a baby, and we had talked about waiting, and then I actually got pregnant, I'm pretty sure, right at that time. With Braylee. 9 months later.
Yeah.
Not on purpose.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're growing up, and it's weird and crazy, and there's a lot of moments of like anxiety, like no, this isn't happening. But I feel like if you have to just go with it.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to like do everything that your teenager wants you to do. That's not what I mean by go with it, but like kind of embrace each moment, like, oh, I remember this time in my life, and let's just breathe it all in, you know. Yeah. Not have fear and anxiety over, oh, they're growing up, because then I feel like it makes it go faster.
Yeah.
You just kind of have to live in the moment and be like, yeah, they're at that age where they want to be with their friends more, and that's fine. Like, we'll have a balance of family time and friend time. I still want them to be able to do the things they want, and I don't want to have a heart attack every time.
I know, I was like, why don't you guys just want to hang out here?
Right?
At our house?
They're like,
and
can I go to the
Braylee's
game? And I'm like,
I'm leaving.
why don't you just stay here with us for watching a movie?
Yeah.
And they're like, can I go to the game?
Yeah. I know Casey and I were talking about this because I want Braylee to know that we trust her to do things like go to football games. I wasn't really allowed to go to football games because there was a lot of sneaking around and things like that, but really I wanted to just go and like stand around with my friends.
Yeah.
And that's really what they do. So we just talked to Braylee about that. Like, we trust you. This is what we expect for you to do. And if you break that trust, then there will be consequences. Right. So you have to show us that we can trust you, and we will until you prove that we can't. So it's on you, girl.
Innocent until proven guilty.
Yep. Yeah. And I do feel like that is important to, with teenagers, is to let them know, like, I am starting with trust. Right. I do trust you, because I think when teenagers feel like there's no trust, and it's like, what's the point? Like, you don't trust me anyways.
And they do sneak around.
Yeah. And so I feel like if you let them know and you have that communication, that's so important.
That's a good point.
So I say, but who really knows? That's what I've learned along the way. I think I'm doing things right, and then I'm like, I'm not. Whoops. Thanks for proving me wrong.
You know what, though? It's also like they're going to make mistakes. Yeah. They're going to break the rules. They're going to do things. And I feel like if there's open communication and a little bit of mercy with a strong hand, like, I feel like there's a balance.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
We're just doing our best. That's
just
all we can ever do. That's the thing, is like, you become a parent, you don't have an instruction manual, and then it's like by the time you're a grandparent, so this is what I hear, that it's like, oh, okay, these are the things I would do differently. So then they do things differently with a grandchild, but you don't get like a do-over.
Yeah.
You just do. And sometimes things happen, and, you know, we've all been screwed up by our parents a little bit, and that's okay.
I know, I always think, like, what am I doing right now to screw up my children? And then I can think of all the things that I'm doing.
And you're like, okay, I'll change what I can and just accept the rest. Yep. That's all we can do.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Well, we do have some products that we wanted to show you guys today. Just random things that Kaylee and I wanted to talk about real quick. So, you want to take it away?
You want me to go first? I am so excited about this. This is a book by Jonathan Saccone Jolie.
That's awesome.
And yeah, I was really excited. I saw that they were working on this, and they mentioned it as soon as it was available. I ordered one, and we just got it like 2 weeks ago.
A friend of my own.
Yeah.
Aww.
And it's the cutest little story. I love it. My kids love it. We read it all the time. And it also came with 2 little dolls. Layla carries them around everywhere, and they're disgusting now because she always has something gross on her hand. But it's just a story about their family, which I really love and think is really adorable.
That is so cute.
I really love this too because I would love to write children's books.
Really?
And so just the fact that they did it is so awesome.
You should.
And I love them. I really
thought
want
about
to.
concepts that you
I
want to
have, yeah. I've actually it's been something that I have wanted to do for like 3 years, but that's such a big project, and I don't really know where to start.
Just one step at a time.
I just don't know the first step.
I just don't know.
So that's all. But I do have a concept in it, and I just think it's funny.
That's so exciting.
So yeah, I don't know.
I was
Maybe
like, do you want to
day.
talk about it?
No.
Or, okay. It's a secret.
It's a secret. I have to wait till my book comes out.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe one day. If not, then it will just be for me.
It will happen one day.
Yes, it will.
It will happen one day. You know, I was listening to a podcast. The TED Talks just started a new podcast called The TED Interviews. Mm-hmm. And their first episode was with Elizabeth Gilbert, who wrote Big Magic. And I haven't even finished that whole book yet, but it's so good. Like, you guys should listen to it. Okay. It's such a good podcast. But she talks about, you know, her whole book is about creating. And there's a lot of, like, she was saying how, what do you do if you're like, well, I want to do something, but it's already been done before, and what if it sucks and nobody likes it, and like, why even try? Mm-hmm. Basically, that was the gist, like, why even try? And that was the interviewer's question, and she answered and said, you know, I found that it isn't who sees it or where it goes after you create it, it's who you become in the creation. And she said, and it doesn't matter what project you start, but if you have the courage and do it, and she says you don't even have to be passionate about it. All that you need is curiosity. Like, passion sometimes kills it because you just feel like, I have to be passionate in order to make this happen. But she says you don't. You just need to be curious, and it will, you know, keep being curious about it and keep trying things, and then it will create, you know, as long as you keep continuing to be curious about it and to act on it, you know. And so, and I really loved that, because there's a lot of things that I'm like, oh, I can't do that. But it's like, if I want to, why not go for it? And then just see, like, you'll always be a different person after you've created a project or done something that you didn't think that you would do or whatever.
That's very true. I think, like, sometimes, I know for me, there's something that I'm actually working on right now, and it's so much work, and it will be so much money to put in at the beginning, and then the profit might not be as great, and somehow that's holding me back from doing it. When I know it's something that I actually am very passionate about, and something that I really want to do. So then it's like, does the money matter? But then it's like, I have to pay this person to help me, and I have to pay this person to help me. So it kind of does, because I have to pay those people, but I know I'll make enough to at least cover that, and then put this product out that I'm passionate about, that I feel like will benefit other people too. But it's funny how those little things, I mean, money is a big thing because you have to pay.
Right. You have to be able to
anyways, how that can hold you back.
Yeah.
But anyway.
It's like, money is important, but also it's like, if I only think about the money, then maybe I'll never do it.
Right.
And maybe you need to do it. You know, maybe your soul is like, yes, do it.
That's how I feel. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm doing my thing.
Yes. I'm excited. I'm excited to find out what it is.
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
I don't want to tell anyone, because I'm like, what if I don't do it?
No,
Then
I
I'll
totally
really
get
feel like a failure.
I totally get it. It's just like when I told people, yeah, I'm gonna write an album, and like, there's nothing that's happened yet, but I'm still gonna do it.
She's still writing an album.
I'm still doing it. Like, trust me, it might take me 10 years, but I'm going to do it, because I'm so excited. Like, every time I think about, if nothing was an issue and I could do whatever I wanted, it would be singing and dancing. So
Yeah.
there might be some dancing happening in the future too.
Album, music videos. Yes. Dancing in the music
so
videos.
excited.
Backup dancer?
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
Okay, you have some products?
Yes, I do. Okay, real quick. Mine's a beauty product. So I've used this Suave Dry Shampoo for a really long time. Mindy with Cute Girls Hairstyles actually introduced it to me. Yes, introduced it to me. And it's just, you can get it anywhere. It's pretty cheap or inexpensive. And I love the way it smells. So I've used this forever. But they don't have a travel size. And I am like that kind of person where once I find something I like, I just stick with it.
Yeah.
And so it drives me crazy that they don't have a travel size.
That's weird.
Yeah. So if you do know of a travel size in this, let me know, because that would be awesome. But so I've kind of been on the hunt for one that I like, but I'm kind of picky with dry shampoos. But I found a couple that I do like. The first one that I found is this, and I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Monoi.
That's what I would say too.
That's what I think it is. Coconut. It's a dry shampoo, and it says it's long lasting, free of sulfates and parabens, which I do like. So it's
Does it smell like coconut?
It does. It's a coconutty smell. You want to smell? Mm-hmm.
That smells so good.
It's good, huh? That's my thing with dry shampoos is if it doesn't smell good, then I'm like, why would I put that on my head when it's dirty?
Yeah. My family, like, they normally like the smell of my dry shampoo at first, but then I use it so much and so often that it's like in their throats. And they're like, I don't like that anymore. They're like, stop
with the dry shampoo. That's funny. I know I use a lot of it, but it's awesome. Dry shampoo does save the day. And the other one is Not Your Mother's is the brand. And it's Beach Babe Texturizing Dry Shampoo in Toasted Coconut. Mm-hmm. So these are both a coconutty smell, but this one's a little bit different. And I liked the way it went on my hair.
Oh, that smells so good too. And so do you notice like the texture and the volume?
I do.
Okay.
This one is a specific texturizing dry shampoo, and I did notice a difference. This one like made it smell good, and it was kind of a smoother dry shampoo, and this one added texture.
Yeah.
I liked that.
I like the texture too, but I know like Carly doesn't. She doesn't like her hair feeling like, you know.
Right.
I don't care. I'm like,
yeah,
whatever. But
I kind of like it when my hair's really dirty because it makes it able to shape.
Right.
Yeah. So
nice. I'm gonna try those. I have used a Suave. It's great, but I'm gonna try those.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, you bet. So those are our products and our thoughts today. Let us know in the comments below your thoughts on any of the topics or products that we talked about today, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.